Hi everybody, welcome to this video titled Payables Agent. My name is Craig Kreskis and I am a partner solution architect here at Microsoft. And when you think about the purpose of a payables agent, it's to address the long-standing challenge in finance and operations, finding ways to achieve a seamless end-to-end processing of vendor invoices, right? Traditionally, invoice handling has been prone to bottlenecks, requires either specialized accounting knowledge and rules or manual mapping of data. And so the idea behind the payables agent is to streamline this process, reducing the complexities that typically happen within this process. So again, my name is Craig, and I'm going to walk you through how to demonstrate the payables agent. The first step I'm going to do is going to configure the agent and get the mailbox set up correctly. Then I'm going to go ahead and activate it inside of Business Central. And then I'll demonstrate using the vendor, and the vendor will send the attached invoice, and then how we interact with the agent with review and confirm. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do within your Microsoft 365 Admin Center is you do need to set up a shared mailbox. So you'll do that under the Teams and Groups shared mailbox. I'll add a shared mailbox. Make sure you name it. So I'll just name it Payables appropriately. I'll save changes. And then the next step is to add users to that shared mailbox. At a minimum, make sure you select your primary demo persona. I'll add members. Here, for example, I added myself and Alicia, and I saved that. And that's all I need to do inside of the Admin Center. Next, I'm going to go ahead and activate the agent inside of Business Central. Let's go ahead and switch from the Admin Center to Business Central. And you'll notice here, if the first time setup, there's a plus sign representing the need to initiate the agent with the activation. So I'll go ahead and activate. And let's select the email account that we want associated with the agent. That's the shared mailbox you just set up. You'll select the M365 account here for payables. And then the configuration of the agents, this does apply to both the sales agent and the payables agent, will span multiple pages. At the time of this recording, this is what's available. You can see that on the right side, there's document creation. And then where I have highlighted is the link to sample invoices. That's going to help you in your demonstration. It's going to provide quick access to sample invoices. Select on that guide, and you'll follow the wizard. You can select the drop down. Now, one option you can see I selected is manual. That's to download the sample invoices, and then you could send them from your own inbox to the shared mailbox that we created. Again, if you want to look at those, you can select them. If I click on back from the drop down, you can also select the sample invoices to automatically send to the mailbox. What this does is it lets the system send the emails from the same mailbox. So I'll let you choose how you want to move forward with it. And then we go ahead and return. Once you're ready to activate the agent, select activate and update. And then I like to go ahead and close that agent sidecar. So that's the second step now, right? We've configured it in the Admin Center. We've activated the agent in Business Central. Let's get into the demo. It's a very simple, easy demo, and you'll get the power of this. And so the vendor is going to send the invoice. Notice here I'm logged in as Alan Steiner. Alan is a client or a vendor of ours, has sent the attachment and is sending it to our shared mailbox of payables. So once that's sent out, Alan's done with his job. And then the last step would be for the agent to take over from here. So let's go ahead and review and confirm. You'll see here that returning Business Central, the finance team that's responsible for monitoring the shared mailbox will see this red notification. And here you see the inbox, the email from Alan. I can review the message by selecting this. And then I'll open up the attachment. Now, the body of the email is easily accessible from the foreground. And then you can see the attached document, which was sent by the vendor. And at this point, of course, finance carefully reviews all the details, the line items, and all the associated costs from the attached invoice that was sent from the vendor. And then after that consideration, the finance will go ahead and confirm everything looks good. And after the confirmation, the payables agent then takes that information and it creates the document that's associated in Business Central. And we can review that here. And now there's a new stage that you may not be familiar with. It's called the purchase draft stage, which is what you're looking at here. So it's not a purchase invoice yet. It's just a draft. As with any work, of course, I want to review before finalizing the draft. You'll notice that Business Central provides a number of different suggestions. In this case, 3 fields which require review by the user. So depending on the tooltip, you can see what the payables agent will suggest. Again, depending on what I have on that document. Once I'm satisfied with the accuracy, I go ahead and confirm that. And now you'll see the last step is to finalize the draft. And then that draft document is converted or finalized, if you will, to an official purchase invoice, an official document in Business Central. And then from here, I would go ahead and again, follow the same finance and accounting rules or the typical business process where I could, again, post the invoice to Business Central. You can always come back to see that trail, that audit trail under eDocument. So if I want to look at the document source or the draft, that's available for review here. So that concludes the payables agent demo. Again, in this session, I wanted to show you how to get started by configuring, activating, and then showing you the sample of getting started with a demo by seeing an invoice that a vendor sends and then having the agent interact with us to review and confirm. I want to say thank you so much for your time and participation, and I look forward to seeing you again on a video real soon.